Hello and welcome to the crypto market update. So today we'll be discussing in detail about Terra Luna and Terra Luna Classic. Can Terra Luna even hit 1 cent or even $1? So we'll be discussing it shortly, but first let's take a look on what's going on with Bitcoin and the overall cryptocurrency market. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay, so right now we are on the 4-hour chart for BTC, and if you have watched the last market update, we discussed that BTC will be reaching the maximum support level of $22,500 and then retracing back to the support zone. But right now we are seeing the decrease in volume in BTC. Even if you remember last time I discussed, we need volume to go up to support this uptrend, but right now we are seeing the things to go in opposite direction. Even though the most volume in Bitcoin is almost, you can say, almost 30 to 40% of the trading volume in Bitcoin right now is due to a single exchange alone, and that is Binance, due to the reason that Binance has neglected the trading fees for BTC and BTC 13 pairs. And almost everyone is, even if BTC prices changes for like couple of dollars, then people are making profit because of the zero fees in Bitcoin. But still that is leading to a decrease in volume in the cryptocurrency market and BTC overall. That's showing the weakness and lack of interest in the cryptocurrency market, which is again, I'm saying that the pump is slightly towards the upside while BTC is towards the downside. Even if you see how insignificant this pump is on the daily time frame, we are right now seeing the daily time frame for BTC chart. If I zoom in right now, so if I zoom in right now, we are seeing that BTC, how quickly one single candle can wipe out all the gains of 2 or 3 weeks BTC has made in a single candle. So that's what we are seeing is still the dominant effect of the bear market right now. And right now the volume uptrend is insignificant, or we can say the volume is in a downtrend even on the daily time frame and 4 hourly time frame. So overall, I'm still thinking that we should at least reach $22,500 level. But this price target, the red one candle, the red one path line which I draw for BTC, is now invalidated if this trend continues for the decrease in volume. But right now the daily candle for today is not closed. We have 9 hours and 17 minutes for today's daily candle close, and we'll be seeing whether this candle closes below it or above it. But right now in most of the exchanges, this is right now on Binance, and even if you see on the most of the exchanges, the volume is decreasing rapidly in the cryptocurrency market. Why Binance is right now, in my view, because Binance has zero trading fees and the most significant volume technically as well as fundamentally should be on Binance to support the upward movement. But only if you see, consider the volume, it is not really reasonable for BTC right now. Talking about supports and resistances, the next resistance for BTC, which is very heavy for right now, is $21,900 level, and BTC is again and again rejecting from this level. The next psychological support resistance for BTC is 22,000 and then up to the level of $22,500 level. Here is where I expect a massive sell-off and strong rejection for BTC, and then again Bitcoin's price would be in danger for the long-term uptrend to continue. If BTC once in a while to break down this uptrend, then we can expect a sharp decrease in Bitcoin's price right now. So if BTC breaks this trend line or the upper ascending channel, then we can expect a massive crash in BTC price. However, the uptrend was invalidated due to the decrease in volume, and overall Bitcoin is not really looking good. Even if we discuss about the stock market right now, the stock market has opened green and it has gained so far 1.4%. I'm talking about Nasdaq because Nasdaq represents tech stocks and is most closely related to Bitcoin. So overall Nasdaq is also performing well, but BTC is still in sideways motion and pumping very little less compared to the stock market, and this is when BTC is signaling in advance that it will crash even if the Nasdaq or the stock market takes a slight correction. So that is overall view for BTC. I am having a higher percentage probability for BTC to break down and retest this support trend line, which is the blue color trend line. The next target for BTC for the support trend line would be around $21,200 level. If it breaks down, then we can see further crash in the BTC to hit 19,000, 20,000 or even $18,000 level to be retested. So in next update, we'll be discussing about the probabilities of BTC to go down to what we are calling for 10,000 or 12,000 price target. 10,000 in my opinion would be very optimistic target, but I don't think so it's gonna happen anytime soon, until and unless a black swan event like a major war broke out or a pandemic broke out. News can make that happen, but right now I don't expect 10,000 is the ideal target for BTC, even in the monthly time frame or weekly time frame if we talk about. But right now daily time frame, there is no question about 10,000 price target for BTC. However, 12,000 to 16,000 price target range is quite realistic and probabilistic, considering the fact if BTC breaks this ascending channel down, then the next support would be uh, this range between $23,000 to $19,800 range. If this breaks down, then clearly we'll be having an indication. Most probably we'll get a short squeeze to the upside, but more indication would be that we are going down. So overall in this update, I'm giving a higher probability for BTC to hit this resistance level and then go down from there. Talking about BTC dominance, and obviously it shows that BTC dominance is right now falling, clearly showing an increase in the altcoin market cap as well as Ethereum. Since Ethereum merge is closing in and is very close, so we are expecting a very slow increase in Ethereum price action. And if we see Ethereum to BTC chart, we are still seeing Ethereum and BTC is again pumping. And last time, as I said, that 0.8 ratio for Ethereum to BTC is an unstable ratio, and most of the time Ethereum deviates from this ratio. As soon as Ethereum touches this resistance line, we always see a sell off in Ethereum against Bitcoin, and most of the people tend to buy BTC when Ethereum to BTC pair reaches 0.8 or 0.81 ratio. Then we are still expecting in the short term to be bullish on Ethereum, but in the long run we we need Bitcoin to rise, Bitcoin dominance to rise for the overall fixing of the market and the bear market to cool down. But right now we are seeing bear market is heating up as the Bitcoin dominance is falling, showing overall weakness in the market. Please note that the rally or a small correction breather in the altcoins does not show the crypto market is strong. The crypto market strength is overall shown by the institutional investors, and the prime target for institutional investors is always Bitcoin, always. So definitely you need to keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance, Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, and as well as the overall BTC chart to see when it reaches this resistance level, and if the volume is significantly higher compared to the previous volume candles, then we can see continuation of the upward momentum. But right now the momentum is clearly breaking to the downside. Moving on towards the dollar currency index, last time we saw dollar currency index at 108.9 level, and I said that dollar currency level would be in a day or two hit 109 level, which it exactly did, and is right now taking a correction for the two of the trend lines which I have drawn, and right now is exactly respecting the two of the trend lines. When dollar currency index goes upwards, then we can see major altcoins as well as BTC to be bleeding, and the overall stock market will also be reacting towards a downside. Now let's talk about Terra Luna Classic. Right now we have news about the Terra Luna Classic, that Terra Luna Classic has received a burning proposal for most of the validators. Almost 80% of the validators have favored a tax burn on the Terra Luna transaction. The first thing is 1.2% tax on transaction, even if all of the Terra Luna Classic, which is impossible to have a transaction in a single time, because most of the people just keep their coins on exchanges or in wallets. They don't tend to keep transferring them in between in large volumes uh, again and again. So definitely I don't think so it would be that effective in the long run. As similar to BNB and other projects, we have our fee burn ratio, but that doesn't really affect the price in a very significant manner. If how And how much significant do we need an increase in Terra Luna for the price to hit at least 0.1 or even $1? People are expecting that Terra Luna will go to $1, $0.1, or even $0.001. And let's discuss the probability of that. First thing is, we are seeing at the Terra Luna circulating supply. The Terra Luna circulating supply is 6.5 trillion. And if you see, overall cryptocurrency market is right now below 1 trillion. Even if somehow cryptocurrency market goes to 6.5 trillion and the whole cryptocurrency market uh, put their 100% investment in Terra Luna, which is impossible. The highest we have reached in cryptocurrency market in the last peak of the bull market, we reached $3.2 billion or $3 billion roughly. And that would, if 100% of those funds, the overall cryptocurrency market goes to Terra Luna, even going putting the price of BTC to zero, Ethereum to zero, theoretically that would make the price of Terra Luna at this supply a $0.5. But right now we have hardly a market cap of $717 billion. Not even $1 million, not even a single $1 billion. So compared to this, the price is justified for Terra Luna right now. Most of the time we'll be seeing a 20% pump, 30% pump, 50% pump, or even 100% pump. But talking about $1 or even 1 cent, let's see how much pump we need in Terra Luna to reach 1 cent point. Right now this is the Terra Luna to BUSD pair. If I zoom out and see how far exactly is $1 for Terra Luna and what amount of percentage gain we need in the current price of Terra Luna to reach $1 price target. So if I zoom out and see the $1 price target, we need approximately 1,000,000% gain in Terra Luna's price in order to reach $1. This is practically impossible, and even a total maniac would think that Terra Luna is going to $1 and will make me billionaire. This is totally nuts that Terra Luna is going to $1 or even 1 cent. If I zoom out it for 1 cent, let's see. If you are expecting it to reach 1 cent, then just imagine the percentage gain it needs to reach 1 cent would be 103,463 percentage, 100,000% gain in, like, you are expecting it to gain 100,000 percentage in days, weeks, months, years. I don't know whether this 1.2% tax would be any significant to burn this supply of 6.5 trillion Luna Classic. And keep in mind, this 6.5 billion Luna Classic were minted out of thin air in a single day. So that is the flaw in the code of Terra Luna, and that code is still in that place no matter what tax percentage you are implementing in the Luna price action. Even if we see how much percentage of Terra Luna is in exchanges and how much percentage of Terra Luna is in other places, we'll be getting an idea that how much percentage of burning can actually happen. So if you see, okay, so the biggest Luna holder is right now Binance. So we have the maximum amount of Luna in Binance. So that definitely shows that Luna is not in the wallets of people. The maximum amount of Luna is in exchanges right now. So that doesn't affect the price, as maximum people have their Luna tokens in exchanges, which is definitely purely based on speculation. And it would definitely not give you this much return in some months, weeks, days. I don't expect Luna to go even at a 1 cent anytime soon. Overall, you may have some certain points to defend yourself, but technically I don't think, even if you see that if you invest $1 in Luna today, that would become around $10,000. If it reaches to 1 cent, that's totally, I don't think so. That would be a waste of time or even money. I personally am not investing in Luna, and overall that is not a financial advice. You own your money, you control your finances, so that's totally up to you what you do with it. Personally, I wouldn't be putting a single penny in Terra Luna and wouldn't be buying it. To me, that is not really attractive project anymore. So overall, that was the review for the cryptocurrency market and the technical analysis for BTC and talk about Terra Luna.